Welcome back to the One Woman Show. I'm Amanda Bartlett. Thank you so much for watching. I'm here today with a special guest. I've never said that in any episode.
I'm honored.
So, just tell them what your name is.
I'm Sean. I'm just surprised that you know my name if I'm a special guest.
No, I do, but I like to let people. I like to let people introduce themselves because I don't want to be like.
I'm just kidding.
I have like a dominating personality.
Oh.
I didn't even ask you yet. When's your birthday?
It's February 2nd. I'm a Aquarius,
Oh my
but that doesn't
God.
matter. So.
I'm an Aquarius also.
Aquarius.
Do you know what they say about Aquarius women? They say that we're the most likely to be lesbians.
That doesn't affect me, I guess.
I guess not. No, but I can see where they get that from. Because we're kind of weirdos.
Yeah.
So, tell me about yourself. What do you like to do for fun?
I like to read.
You're kidding.
No.
Me too. We're bookworms. Whoa.
Bookworms, yes.
That was slurring
What's
for
your
a
favorite
second.
book?
Like of all time? Oh God, that's a lot of pressure. My favorite.
Thought of myself.
My favorite book. Probably Looking for Alaska, which is kind of cheesy, but that's my favorite book of all time.
I mean, probably even worse. Like, my favorite book is, like, I've read the Harry Potter series. Like,
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be.
I'm kind of basic, and people are probably judging me really hard for saying that 'cause
Yeah.
it's such a big book, but
It's a big book.
Not a big book. It's such a popular book, not a big book. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good book, and it keeps you intrigued.
I heard that she didn't really write that. That somebody. I'm really into like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. So I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that to people, but I heard that she didn't even write it. That somebody else wrote it for her. What do you think? Do you think that she wrote it?
No, I think she's pretty honest. I don't think she.
No, I think you're like crazy.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories, and have you done your homework on it? Have you looked into it?
Yeah, no, I just go on this website that it's pretty. I feel like it's pretty legit. I think that Katy Perry is like sold her soul.
Well, anyone in Hollywood has sold their soul, I would assume.
Do you think so?
To a certain extent, I believe.
I feel like it feels like they sold their soul.
But I feel like we are also looking outside from a different standpoint. So I feel like their lives are always on TV, and ours are not as much. And like they can take a crap and let people know because they're constantly on TV. So.
I hear you. What do you do for a day job? You didn't tell me your favorite book. Just the Harry Potter?
Harry Potter series.
Okay. Alright, that's fine. I guess that's fine. Basic bitch.
Oh.
Shit. No, but you should never be offended if I call you a bitch or
Oh no, I love
or
it.
if I say fuck you because it shouldn't be.
It's alright.
It's not offensive.
It's alright. I'm gay, so I hear it all the time. Batch.
Batch. Yeah, you don't have like you don't exaggerate your words like
I'm
a lot
not
of
a
gay
stereotype.
people.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so tell me, like, was it hard for you to, like, I hate that, like, word, like, those phrases, like, come out. Like, what, I don't even understand, like, why? Like, why do you have to have a conversation? You know what I mean?
I just think it's because it's been, like, in our society as, like, if you think, like, 50 years ago, how strong the Christian principles and like beliefs were on our nation. It was one of like the biggest things back then, and now we're still in a generation where they're still alive. So that's why it's like a big difference between our generation and like the baby boomers because they were growing up in that and they were raised in that kind of like mentality of Christ is right.
I've never heard that one.
Not that exact.
Christ is right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start saying that to people.
I meant like Christ is like it's the one way, the only way kind of thing. And I'm just saying stuff like that sound. I'm not saying basically Christian stuff. I'm just saying like a big thing is the Christian religion on that's why coming out is such a big thing because you're afraid to tell someone you love and afraid to like be disowned as from someone who who might have grown up in that kind of like like kind of life where they were told, you know, being gay is wrong, and you know.
Yeah, they tried to beat the gay out of you.
Yeah.
All that bullshit.
Never heard that before.
Yeah.
I never heard that part about, you know, being the gay out of you. I've heard like, you know, conversion camp kind of thing, like
virgin camp.
Conversion.
Oh, I'm like virgin camp.
Virgin camp would be
I
fun.
never got that memo.
Yeah,
I feel like I
I
should have.
want the invite.
It would have saved me from a lot. Okay, so did you have to make like an announcement to people? Did they pretty much like get it, or what was the deal?
When people look at me, they don't see the, you know, the
gay.
The gay vibe, exactly, the gay vibe. So first, with my dad, like he found out by I fell asleep on the couch and I was talking to a guy and he called me babe, and he saw my phone and read it.
So guys do call other guys babe.
Yes, but it makes me cringe.
Really?
I hate it. I hate any pet. I don't hate pet names. I just hate like the basic pet names being called. Or I hate being called cute by another guy.
Me too.
Like a puppy's cute.
Yeah.
A little kid, you know.
Cute.
Playing with toys is cute.
You know.
Me, I'll take, you know, handsome or
good
looking.
You're a handsome devil.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. That hair is to die for.
Oh, stop it.
No, I hate when somebody's like, oh, you're so cute. First of all, fuck you. Like, I'm trying to be a sex kitten, and I know it's not working, but that's what I would strive to be.
Oh, I would love to be a sex kitten too. No.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Like, get out your pitchfork, get some handcuffs. Like, that's what I aspire to be.
You know what?
Wear all black.
That's a very hot topic. Not hot topic, but like it's a different brand.
That makes you hot.
Different brand of gay. You know, there's going to sex, and there's a whole different brand of that kind of stuff.
Oh,
like, you know, pitchfork, and it's not like pitchfork. It's more like a big fist. But
we're like way off.
Yeah, we're way off. Right? So then I made like a Facebook status about it.
Oh, come on.
It was actually pretty good though.
Okay. That's fine.
Like,
I can accept it.
It wasn't like hey guys, I'm gay kind of thing. It was like hey, I'm gay, but I'm still the same kind of person. Like nothing has changed. It's just a new fact that I haven't told you in person, and I told everybody who I thought I should tell in person, and after I told before I even told Facebook, after I was telling like my friends and my family, like after I told my dad, I went right over to my mom and told her. Parents are divorced. And so after, like, I just don't give a fuck about what people think about me. So,
good for you.
Like, to a certain extent, like, to the point where, like, if it's, like, something that's not, you know, superficial, like, I'm not gonna really care about what you think about my looks, or, like, if it's something that's, like that's bad for me, then of course I'll care, and, like, you know, I'll look into it and investigate it, and...
Right, like your character.
Yeah, and figure it out. And then... But, so I came out on Facebook, and it was like, I was just saying, hey, I'm just nothing different. You still need the same me. And you see me in person, like, nothing's changed. But what's kind of weird is, even with, like, you know, sorry, that was ADD.
That's okay.
Even with, like some people who come out of the closet, they totally change. Like, I've seen, like, where people who, like
a fashion or like
voice, and like everything that like they become that stereotypical gay. Like they go into that like
Will and Grace.
I've never seen that show.
Oh my god, you're missing out, dude.
It's on my list. I'll be that. I'm watching Game of Thrones now, so.
Okay, I've never watched that. I live under a rock, clearly.
So like some guys come out and they're like, you know, they dive in to like the gay community, and it's like I'm not like I don't know, I don't have any interest. It's just I don't have like, you know, I didn't feel like coming out like really changed me. It's just, you know, me being more open with myself. I mean, nothing wrong with, you know, diving in like that, but like I know it's a weird concept, diving in.
Dive in head first.
Dive in. No, so some of the guys like dive in, they go like, you know, like the go to drag show or something, or do drag. I'm not interested in that.
I would totally do drag bingo.
Done it once. I've done bingo. I've done like drag once, but that was when I was not gay. I did Relay for Life.
You were trying it out for
I
size.
was so happy with it. I'm just kidding. No, like, I did it for Relay for Life. They only do like the Miss.
Is that for cancer?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, so did you ever have like a relationship with a girl? Because one of the guys that I know who turned out to be gay, he had a girlfriend in middle school like every week, and he was kind of like a womanizer, I guess. So I never saw that one coming. Like, I didn't think that he was going to be gay. I don't have a good gay radar.
Gaydar.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever. So I don't know if that makes me like a lesbian or like what, but I don't know. Like, people always ask me, they're like, so do you have a boyfriend? I'm like, no. And they're like, do you have a girlfriend? I'm like, no. Do I give off that like lesbian vibe? I don't know.
I think it's when people were asking, we're in the generation now where we can comfortably ask that question.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm always offended. Like, each time I'm like, do I give off this like vibe to you? Like, what is the deal?
Because I do tend to date guys who are more like not the stereotype. Like I said,
more like chill.
I hate that I keep saying stereotype because it sounds like it's a bad thing, but it's not. So I think I'm open to everything. Like, I'm open to, like, dating any kind of guy as long as you're a good person and have good morals.
Yeah,
like,
not a cheater.
No,
we don't want cheaters.
No, I'm good with cheaters. I've never been cheated on.
You're good with cheaters.
I'm good. I'd rather not with cheaters.
Okay,
if that makes
all right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not like, I don't know.
Anyway, I was nervous for you. Like, are you a cheater? Like,
that's a big thing with the gay community too. Is like
cheating.
Cheating, yeah. Because to be honest, like, it's not like, it's because it's more readily available. Like, let's see.
Gays are readily available.
Yeah, like, sex is so much easier as a gay than it is for a straight guy. So what I've heard.
Because girls are like you really have to win a girl.
Yeah,
over.
Girls you have to play with.
My god, it's like ugh.
It's like
a multiple choice question. You never get it right.
No,
it's like ugh.
It's like
can't even.
It's like playing Sudoku. It's like.
Shit.
I know, like with marriage, when I've seen like those basic movies where like you the massage the girl. I don't know if that's how it really is.
You've never tried. You've never tried to get with a girl.
Oh.
You don't want to talk about that.
I have tried with a girl.
Like, you've kissed the girls. Like, you've like hooked up with them. What is this? I think everybody's kissed a girl before. Like, let's be honest with ourselves.
Famous words of Katy Perry. Yeah. No. I made out with a girl. I actually when I was in Europe, I made out with like 6 different girls when I was drunk. So.
Like by accident.
It was in a bar, and we're
Why not?
This bar was like the size of there's a bar and the dance floor. The dance floor was actually like it had tables and like benches in it. So like you're dancing on top. You're not dancing on the floor. You're dancing on top of like tables and benches.
Oh, that's
really It was literally the size of like this room. And so you're just dancing with people, and I just was really drunk, and I made out with girls. Yeah, I guess it's a girl I liked it, I guess.
Oh my god, my cousin, she said something really funny. She's really crazy. She said, let's be honest, like, being gay or being straight is not a choice, because if it was, nobody would date boys. And I just thought that was so funny that she would say that.
I'm trying to think of that. I guess that makes kind of sense.
Right? Because I guess she was trying to say, like, girls are better than guys. Like, they're more attractive.
I think...
Which is true. Like, guys, you're like, oh, wait a second. Like, you're kind of messy.
I think every guy is curious, and I think every girl's curious as well. I just think that there's a stigma where people... I'm not trying to like, oh, this whole, like, nation, or this whole society is, like, based upon sex kind of thing. I just think, like, I think people are curious in to a certain extent, but are just afraid to go to that.
Yeah.
Because of the stigma. I don't know. But I'm not the type of person I'm not the type of person who pushes that kind of thing. There are some gays who do push that, and it's kind of
Who push what?
Like, so I have like, so there I know gays who try to have like sex with like a straight man. Or who try to like who push it, and that's it's another whole topic where they push it too far, no, I feel that creates homophobia, and that creates like that certain like stigma, that certain like stereotype of like gay men, where straight men think when there's a gay guy around, they're only there to try to have sex with straight guys. That's a big thing. Like it's actually where some guys, like I've had straight friends, and I've had people I've just met who are straight, and like they find out I'm gay, and the first thing they'll say is like, "Oh, I'm not trying to have sex with you or something," or "I'm not trying to like whatever. I'm not interested." Or like, neither am I. Like
You're like, I have standards.
like
Excuse me.
like the question that guys always ask me, like, or like these average looking straight guys go, "Oh, if I was gay, like we would totally like." I was like, no. It's that, yeah. It's a weird concept, because like it's a constant like stereotype, or it's constant like I guess I use that word freely. It's a constant like battle of like who of like trying to prove myself that I'm not to do this, or I'm not going to like go this far, or go too far, or go to any level of being more than just a friend, because that's all. 99% of the time I just want to be friends. My sole purpose is like my sole purpose on a relationship is to build that foundation of friendship, and then go there. But like I don't know, back to stereotype, back to straight guys, and trying to think that every gay guy wants to fuck them, kind of thing.
Which is the same thing for girls. Like every guy.
Fucking straight guys. Like, what are they?
Like guys are such horn dogs. They can't even like handle it sometimes.
Who do you think they are?
Like seriously, and then you tell them like, "Hey, like I just want to be friends." They're like, "Oh, game
Fucking bitch."
on.
They're like,
yeah,
bitch.
that too. Like, "Oh, you're so ugly." It's like, shut up.
You're
like,
so ugly. We just tried fucking hooking up with me.
exactly,
Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
exactly. Like I got
Who
you
the fuck
all
are you?
hot and bothered, and now you're saying I'm ugly? No way. There's no way.
My favorite scenario is putting a straight guy in a corner, just trying to figure out like. Oh, that sounded so sexual. Don't.
Wait.
See, that's that stereotype. There's that stereotype where I say
You're trying
something.
to put him in the corner. What are you doing to him? Poor guy.
I put so many guys in so many corners. It's not even funny. No.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Me too. I did the same thing.
There's more, like put their hands up here and.
Yeah, get some handcuffs. No. No, I'm sorry. Okay, so there's like that age-old question that's like, who's the pitcher, who's the catcher? Like, how do you guys like decide? Like, is it just like in the heat of the moment?
I wish
you
it
just
was
thrust yourself in there, or what's the deal?
Is that's not that.
I don't know, because I've never experienced
That question is.
You don't like that question?
No, I love the question. It's a fun
Okay.
question to answer.
Alright,
but that question is asked differently, usually. Who's the boy and who's the girl? And some people don't understand it's kind of rude to ask. Where it is.
Rude?
It's very.
Am I being rude?
No, you asked the right question. Pitcher,
Okay,
pitcher.
alright, good.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, because I would never say, like, oh, who's the boy and who's the girl? Fuck you.
Yeah, it's like it's like asking who wears the pants, but.
Nobody. It's on the floor.
Yeah. now with us though.
No.
It's because I'm gay.
What do you mean now with us? I'm like, wait, like so the pit, like you just like pulled down the pants just
Unless
a little
we're watching
bit
a
and
good
then
series,
bend over.
Unless
Like
we're watching a good series and like we're watching a good series, we watch on Netflix, and we just like get kind of hot, and like I think.
I think everybody's done that to some degree though. Like you
I do that with all my friends.
Like at least leave your underwear on and then just like pull it to the side or whatever, right?
Pull it to the side. Oh, that thing to the side. Yeah, pull it to the side.
Oh man. Okay, we got off of it. Okay, so
What did we
wait.
say?
So how do you?
Okay, so picture
decipher
So
which-
proper way to ask that is, who's the top and who's the bottom? That's the proper way to ask that.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I like to
So-
be on top. What do you like? Because we're both Aquarius.
Different terminology for gay community. Top means the pitcher, catcher means the bottom, or bottom means the catcher. So top,
Nobody likes being the catcher. Let's be honest. Being a catcher is rough.
You would be surprised. That's like the total
Okay.
I'm lazy, so I don't mind being the catcher. I don't mind being the bottom. Like I do lot less work. So I go
Oh,
I do go both ways. I like to do both. My thing is whatever hot in the moment, like whatever's like in the moment kind of thing.
Okay, so you got to be in the moment.
Yeah, definitely. So whatever's in the moment.
Did you grow up in church?
I was weird. I think I was like most families where like they said they were Catholic, but they never went to never went to mass.
I'm a
kind of thing.
recovering Catholic, so I totally understand.
Honestly, I met the like people who went to Catholic school like St. Andrews in the area, like the total opposite of what it should be now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, they're all like crackheads.
I think that if you just like, yeah, there are some that are crackheads, but there are some that are like showing their tits on Instagram kind of thing.
Strippers.
Yeah, strippers.
Yeah.
Good example. I just think that if you force someone into do something
Yeah.
so hardcore and not given other option, and they figure out there are other options, they're gonna go for the other options to figure out themselves.
Right, like Katy Perry, for example.
Yeah, Katy Perry. Like she had her Christian
She's like,
family.
fuck this shit. I'm not doing this.
Oh yeah, I mean I would do the same thing. I actually kind of am right now. Like I said, I was all through middle school and like late middle school and like high school. I was very involved with like the church and everything. And
did you enjoy it? Like it was your choice?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like at first, it's never your choice to go to church. Let's be honest. But I got to know people, and Malik was one of them. And I made great friends. And I still have some of them today. Like I don't have any ill will towards people in church with. But I don't have any of the negative feelings towards like people who do go to church. I 100% support it if it's right for you, and if you feel like you are doing, and if you like know that you're doing good work, and it's not not hurting you, then of course I'm gonna be supportive of you until like I don't have anything wrong with people going to church. I don't have anything, and like I've met many Christians who like they know I'm gay, but they're open about it. They're not like wrong. Like you should like go to church and repent for your sins.
How do you even repent for that?
I don't fucking know. Go to Mike Pence's conversion camp, maybe.
Did you have to go to one of those?
Oh God, no. But I've always wondered like how my dad would react to it. How if I asked him if I asked my dad to go to a conversion camp, I've always wondered how he would react, and I'm also scared of how he would answer. So it's one of those topics I try to like not pick up. They're not trying to not because my dad and I are really really close.
You were or you are?
No, we are. We still are.
Okay.
We weren't, but now we are. We've like actually church was kind of real close. Funny story, or funny thing. It's not really a story, but like it got us closer. But like we're like best friends. But I've always wondered like there's that really thin line where between like Christian father and gay son, like I don't want to cross kind of thing. I've always like there's always that thin line that you don't want to cross, because I've had conversations with my dad about like being gay and going and like Christian and like being a Christian and whatever, what like their opinions on it, and like he's like straight up told me like he would not go to my wedding because it would be a gay wedding kind of thing, and like I can't.
He's told you that before.
Multiple times. Like we've had conversations, and
like now, present day.
Like he'll tell me right now if I asked him like, hey, and I'd always like make a joke about it, say, hey, yeah, I'll just throw it on your birthday kind of thing. I'll have a wedding on your birthday, but it's a joke.
Yeah,
but it does
still
hurt.
Hurts.
It hurts really hard because like it's like one of the biggest moments of your life, and you want the people you love and care about, who care and love about you, to be there, because. Even if I was in his position, I would be like, I understand where he's coming from, but in another way I don't, because like he has such a strong faith. He has such a strong faith.
As you're like rubbing it. It's okay, I do the same thing.
He has such a strong faith with his religion, where like I'm at a point with like where I understand his strong point, but also at a point where like I'm his son, and like I don't,
You're supposed to give unconditional love.
Yeah, but
that's a parent's job.
Yeah.
But most parents don't understand that.
Yeah. But like, I mean, you can't fault. Like, all people have, like their own stuff, and you can't fault them 100% because we're human and we make mistakes, and But to a certain extent, you gotta, stop
Gotta
stop being a jackass and
stop
fucking
being
love
an
your kid,
asshole. Okay, so did you ever have a moment where you felt like maybe there was something wrong with you? Like, because, okay, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
So, growing up, I never wanted anybody to think that I was pretty. Like, I wanted people to think that I was, like, ugly, like, whatever. So, I would dress in, like, boys' clothes. And I wanted to just be, like, run-of-the-mill. Like, I didn't want to draw any attention to me. And people would always think, like, oh, like, you're a little boy. Like, like, they would always think that I was a boy because I would always wear, like, basketball shorts. Like, I was really into sports. All of that. And I would say to my dad, I was like, I just wanted... What?
I want to see a picture.
I'll show you a picture. I said, I just want to be, like, a boy. And he was, like, really, like, upset. And he goes, well, fine. Like, go be a boy then. Like, go get a sex change. Like, this was before, like, transgenders were a thing, I would never want to be a boy, but, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they probably thought that, like, it was weird.
Yeah,
like, that was strange. Right?
Yeah.
So did you ever feel like, wait a minute, like, is there something wrong? Like, or were you just like, whatever, like, I don't really care?
Yeah, I still have, like, I used to have, like, really bad thoughts of, like, how I was wrong, like, especially when I was Christian, like, when I was going to church, whatever, I always had those thoughts, like, will the church ever accept me kind of thing, or, like... The church, yeah. Like, or
God.
Yeah, will God ever accept me kind of thing.
Whatever the church, like, that's just people.
That's just people.
Doesn't matter.
Another thing, like, that would either accept me, or, like, and also, like, I would also think, like, people who are Christian, do you have those tendencies to, like, say stuff like, it's wrong in God's eyes, and it's like, you're going to hell for this kind of thing, and it's like, it's a scary thought to have, like, even if I don't 100% believe in, like, hell and heaven and hell, like, it's still a scary thought that people would really push you towards, like, hell because of a certain reason where, like, I know that I exist because I'm a living proof of, me being gay and being gay, where I'm 100% sure that I'm gay. And, like, I'm fighting at somebody who believes in a God, but who has not presenced him, like, his actual presence. And like I said, I'm not against that, but it's like, it's weird to me that they can see me flesh and bone, me proclaiming that I'm gay, but they've yet to see a God that they so love and endure, or so love that... endure, it's a weird word to say. Love and there's, like, they love so much, and they can't, see me as an actual person, see me as an actual real thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's very, like, thought-provoking, because it's, like, you can't see God. No. Like, you're not having, it's not, like, this real, like, we're here and now. Yeah, exactly. I can't pinch God.
Yeah.
So I just have to take everyone's word for it.
Yeah, you take people's word for it. You have to take, like, the Bible's word for it. People who wrote all the books into the Bible. You're taking their word, who you've yet to meet, but you see me, who you're meeting me in person, and I feel a certain, I feel a liking towards other men, even though, like, it's in your book where, like I said, in a book where you've yet to meet the person who wrote it, and the person who it's supposed to exemplify.
Right. Love everyone like you love yourself.
Yeah, I 100% get. That's, like, my biggest thing. I think it's about my biggest, like, fault too when I don't call out girls, I hate saying the word. When I, use that example, like if you're gonna hate a group, like, you're doing it wrong. Like, you want to love who, like, you just want to love. Like, the biggest thing that God wanted and Christ wanted was to love.
Right. So I always go back to that. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Like, how could sexual relationships, like, how could that be a sin? Like, if you're just loving somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if that's the worst thing that you do, then, like, kudos to you. Like, you've lived out that. I don't know if it's a commandment. I have no idea. I'm not that religious.
Yeah.
I'm more spiritual, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think, like, above all else, like, love each other. So how could that be, like, a bad thing?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, another thing that really gets to me is people who oppose like marriage equality and like gay people
Yeah.
is that like they say stuff like if you adopt like when you adopt kids like that they'll never be your son. They'll be like they'll be like that you adopt them. They're not from your flesh and bones.
Yeah,
Like and
but
it's always
that's
like
not fair.
and always and like your son will, like I've heard like I've been told like they'll never love you as much as like my children love me because they're my flesh and bone. And like and I'm not saying I take that to heart. I'm not saying I don't make that represent Christians as a whole, but it just says it still hurts. Like it's still in the back of my mind of like like what if my kid never loves me? Like what if my kids never love me truly? Like what if my kids like never like what if what if they experience the same kind of like hate that I'm getting? I don't get it as often as people think. We get it. People I don't get hate as much as people think. Gays get hurt or hate. I mean, I bet like more, flamboyant, stereotypical kind of people who exemplify more gay traits do. But like, I don't know. I just feel like there's those really hurtful words that people can say, and people say like love the sinner, hate the sin kind of thing. Those are very hurtful words. Like people want to think about
That's
that.
hurtful.
That's very hurtful because it's fake love. It's saying they're doing an activity I don't approve of, but I still love them. Like you're still saying you're saying you love me, but you're still saying you don't like what I'm doing. You don't like what I'm doing when I 100% identify as that kind of thing. It's saying you love me. Like, and then you're just taking a knife and stabbing the back, kind of thing. It's just like a what's that term called? Like a backhanded compliment kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not true love.
No, it doesn't feel like it. It sounds true to them.
It's okay for them.
Yeah, it's
they're like, oh, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm loving you, just not liking what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like it sounds good for them. It makes them feel good that they're
Yeah, that's the Christian thing to do, right?
Exactly. It's good for them. It's good for them. Good for them. But it hurts. It hurts people. It hurts me when people say that kind of thing.
Do you want children? Like I can see you adopting children.
I love children. My
I love children.
I want to have my kids, and then I want to like open like a foster care for like kids from like age 12 to 18.
Aww.
So because if you really look into it,
those are the ones that don't
get
get
adopted and they struggle the most, and they become it's just like a never-ending cycle where like they turn into like drug addicts and people who break the law and people
really
who just who are not looked as good people of the society. So I want to change that and like give them a proper education, even if they don't love me. I don't care honestly, as long as they get that proper education and proper loving that they deserve at that age, especially at that age, because if they're gonna go through literally going through 12 years of not being adopted, go for another 8 years, they're gonna think no one loves them. So you gotta I want to break that cycle and
yeah,
kind of thing.
I would foster a child.
Yeah.
From your
place. Yeah, I would love to foster it. Adopting is so hard too, especially with like being gay, because like there's so many religious in Florida. There's so many religious
adoption
agencies.
Yeah.
And they don't adopt to gays.
You're kidding.
Divorcees or single women.
So if I wanted to have children, I couldn't because I'm not married.
There's actually last year there's a bill being passed, from I guess like a Florida state bill being passed so gays couldn't adopt.
That's nice.
I think it was 2 years ago. It was right after marriage equality was.
Yeah.
legalized.
Well, I think that's interesting because it's interesting that wouldn't be allowed because you think about like all of the single dads who are out there. Like my sister's 15 and my mom passed away, so like it's all my dad. Like nobody, like I help out when I can, but there's only so much I can do. Like I'm not a real parent, you know what I mean? So that's interesting to me that gays, like I know it's not the same thing, but it's hard for me to wrap my head around, because you would think that would be more acceptable given like where we are in society.
But
You know?
yeah, giving to where we're like, how terrible like this like the social system right now, how terrible it is right now.
Yeah.
Like I think I just saw something. There's so many kids who need to be fostered in our own area that are not being fostered, and they need help. And like I have a gay couple that I'm friends with who took them like 2 years to finally foster. Where you think like there's so many kids going through the system, and so many able, willing parents who want to adopt, and whether they're gay or not, like it's still hard. But like another thing is like there's like I was talking about before about how people saying stuff like, oh, you need a mother and a father in your life kind of thing. Like it made me think like it makes sense. It does to an extent. Like you think about all the different stuff like. You don't when you think of playing baseball, you don't think of playing baseball with your mom. You think of playing baseball with your dad, kind of thing. Or when you think of especially when you think of doing your nails, you don't think of doing nails with your dad, do you?
My dad did my nails before when I was a kid.
No, it looks stupid. No.
No, it's fine.
No, but any baseball, you don't think of doing you don't think about talking about tampons with your dad, do you? You
God,
think about talking
so
with your mom.
awkward.
Yeah, your mom, right?
Like, I wouldn't even want to talk about that with my mom. Like, when I was that age, I was like, I don't want anybody to know that there's something wrong with me. Like, because I thought there was something wrong with me. But then you find that everybody does that, so.
Every woman does that, 'cause I don't know.
Every woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? We didn't sign up for this life.
No, I'm sorry. I'm okay with it. You guys can give birth and, give me the children. I'll take care of your children.
Listen, that's a hard job.
It is. Wait, birth or taking care of children?
Well, both.
True.
Giving birth, like, oh my god, it hurts my vagina just thinking about that. You're so lucky. You just get to, like, adopt.
Yeah, I agree. But then I can't have my own children. So you're lucky at that point.
So that is a big thing for you. Like,
I mean,
you wish that you could have your own children.
I know I can have my own children through those treatments you can do with
I would be like a donor.
surrogate mom.
Yeah, like I would totally do that for you.
Let's do it. Is there a new friendship?
I have good genes. Well, not really.
You do have good genes. They're a little bit ripped, but they're good genes.
Little what?
So they're a little bit ripped.
Oh.
Sorry, guy joke.
No, I would do that for you. I would be
You could pay good money for that too.
What?
You get paid good money for that. Have you seen Baby Mama?
Yeah, hell yeah, I could do that for you. And I'm a lot classier than she is. And I won't try to keep it. Well, maybe. I do love babies. Alright, give me like one takeaway. Like, what is one thing like that you want people to know about gays? Or like, give me like something, a take home advice. I'm trying to make this.
No,
like,
I get what you're saying. No, what I would give advice on is like
don't hate the sinner.
No, like gays are just like you. Like we have the same issues, the same problems, the same kind of like, there's nothing different. There's stuff that's different, but there's nothing like. If you do side by side and do like tendencies and patterns, comparison kind of thing, we can pretty much be the same kind of like do the same thing. Like we both watch Netflix, we both like whatever, we both
Netflix.
And we both Netflix and chill. Like we're not different, and it's really important to reach out to for me as a gay person, reach out to straight people, and straight people to reach out to gay people, especially like the dating stuff. Like I get scared when I try to ask a guy out in person.
You're kidding.
No, it's ridiculous because I'm afraid I'll get my ass kicked, or I'm afraid I'll get in a fight because
Why?
Because some guys react to ask if you're gay as it's a 100% terrible thing. Like they get offended.
They're
Like
offended.
Like it's very scary. Like it really is.
Do you use like Grindr? Is that the app?
Yes, that's Grindr and Tinder. I don't like to use it often. Like when I'm like need attention, I'll go on Grindr.
Need attention.
Yeah.
We all need attention from time to time.
Tinder, I do have it once in a while, and then I'll browse through it. That's what I do. That is where I do most of my dates.
It's like
thing.
Pinterest.
Yeah,
for me.
it's Pinterest. Yeah, but it's really hard to date as a gay man. Like, be more open to, you know, as a straight man, be more open to, you know, being asked if, hey, say, or if a guy telling you, like, be more open, or if you're asked if you're gay, be more open. Like it's fine to joke about it, and it's fine to, like, hey, make it a joke, like, whatever. Don't, like, get offended or like,
Mad.
it's you don't get mad. They're not making fun of you. They're not, like, you know.
They're just curious.
They're just curious. Like,
Curious.
it's not. It's also, don't be afraid to, like, you know. There's nothing wrong with being gay. So, like, what like, they don't need to, you know, react in a certain way to, like, you're scared, because people might, when they ask them, they're scared. Like, why would you ask me that? What kind of thing am I giving off that makes you think that I'm gay? Like,
You just think they're hot.
yeah, that's pretty much it. I just think you're hot. Just be
Wait,
honest.
so there's no gay vibe that people give off?
There is, like, there's this look that gay guys give each other.
There's a look.
It's a look.
It's like the eye gaze, right? Like
It's the eye gaze, and it's like the smile, and then, like, it takes more, like an hour or two to, like, you know, to do it, but, like, to figure out if they're gay or not.
Okay.
And also like you can see who's not for being asked if they're gay or not, because there's some people who are, like, so you can see, they can tell, like, someone's gonna get super offended if I go up to a country guy who's, like,
A country guy?
a country guy, redneck, like spitting, kind of, like, you know.
Yeah, he's not gay.
You'd be surprised. Who like jumps out of his lifted truck that's, like, 40 feet off the ground, kind of
So
thing.
he's gay.
No, but they tend to have smaller penises.
Yeah, when they have the lifted truck,
It's not a stereotype. It's just a very accurate statement.
oh god, that makes so much sense.
But I've had a lot of straight guys who've questioned, and who've, like, straight guys who question, and then straight guys. There's the difference. Straight guys who question and talk to you about it, and then straight guys who, like go full force. Like, no one.
Like, they change.
They just, like they'll go, like, you know, like, let's fuck, or, like, let's, like.
A straight guy say
Yeah,
that to you?
there's straight curious. I don't call them straight. Like I've had guys who, like, play off that oh, I'm a womanizer kind of thing, and then, like, they'll message me or something, and they're like, that's fuck, like, blah blah blah, like, say all this dirty
Do
shit.
they have girlfriends?
Some do. I don't cheat. I'm not the other one. I'm not the other woman or the other guy.
Well, you're a good Aquarius.
I don't fuck around with that. But, like I said, back to the point. Like, don't get offended. Like, be more open. Like, this is times are changing. People need to be more accepting. There's nothing wrong with being accepting. There is something wrong with not being accepting. But be more accepting and be more open, and don't be afraid when someone asks if you're gay. There's nothing wrong with it, obviously, and no, just be more open, be more accepting.
Okay. Don't get offended. We think you're hot. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. See you next time.